Pharmasyntis company exists on the Russian market for more than 20 years. Its produce has become a standard of high quality and advanced technologies. The manufacturing facilities of Pharmasyntis operate throughout the country. 5 plants are located from St. Petersburg to the Far East. All of them are focused on the production of drugs for the treatment of socially significant diseases. A part of them are high-quality analogues of imported drugs produced by the company under the state program of import substitution.
Я считаю, что история компании началась с идеи.
I think the company's history began with an idea. Actually, at that time, I saw that all drug products that were badly needed for the country were imported. And the country was absolutely dependent on imported pharmaceutical products.
Зависимая от импорта лекарственных препаратов.
We understood that such a situation should and could be changed. By the year 2035, at least 5 Russian companies must be on the global Big Pharma list.
Должны быть в списке Big Pharma мировой.
And we are doing our best. We are striving. We are striving to be one of those 5 companies.
Одной из этих 5 компаний.
Today, the total number of employees of the Pharmasyntis group of companies is more than 2,000 people. The annual turnover has exceeded 12 billion rubles. In terms of the development dynamics, it is among the 3 fastest-growing pharmaceutical companies in Russia. The company's product portfolio includes 145 drug items in various dosage forms and dosages. Yearly output has exceeded 50 million packs per year. The Pharmasyntis plant in Irkutsk is one of the large, modern, high-tech production facilities in the country and the main enterprise of the group. The plant consists of 4 up-to-date production departments. Beginning almost from scratch in 1997, against the backdrop of full economic instability, the first production site began to operate in Irkutsk. Only 2 years later, a Russian drug for the treatment of tuberculosis was put into production. The launch of the pharmaceutical plant in 1999 was a significant event for the economy of Eastern Siberia. Pharmasyntis was the first to suggest import substitution in the fight against tuberculosis. Pharmasyntis possesses the most complex nomenclature of anti-tuberculosis drugs on the Russian market. A special place in the company's portfolio is occupied by the first innovative drug over the last 50 years for the treatment of patients with drug-resistant tuberculosis. Thanks to Pharmasyntis, the molecule synthesized at the Favorsky Irkutsk Institute of Chemistry passed an extended preclinical trial and 3 phases of clinical trials at medical institutions of the Russian Federation, including the St. Petersburg State Research Institute of Physiopulmonology. Now the drug is on the vital and essential medicines list.
It's proved to be good not only for the treatment of drug-sensitive tuberculosis, but also its drug-resistant forms, because even though the epidemic situation in Russia is improving, drug-resistant TB rate is growing anyway all over the world and in Russia as well.
Today, more than 50% of all domestic anti-tuberculosis drugs are produced in the Irkutsk plant. The production process has been organized with regard to all the factors that can affect the working staff and the environment. The production department for solid dosage forms consists of 4 tablet production lines. The production capacity of this tablet press is 280,000 tablets per hour. 2 modern capsule production lines allow the company to produce more than 230 million capsules per year. High-tech equipment is the guarantee of high-quality drugs. Thus, Pharmasyntis is continuously upgrading its production lines in accordance with the current pharmaceutical trends. The new packing line, launched in 2017, is a comprehensive solution for primary and secondary packaging of solid dosage forms. The machine production capacity is 100 cycles per minute. The machine fully excludes the manual labor in packaging finished dosage forms. 2 modern lines for production of sterile powders for injection have been installed in the production department of sterile dosage forms. Their production capacity is more than 150 million packs per year. The self-contained robot line for manufacturing of sterile injectable solution excludes any contact of the solution with the external environment. More than 20 million ampoules of injectables are produced at Pharmasyntis per year. Owing to the high technological level, Pharmasynthos can meet even the highly complex requirements of the current pharmaceutical market. The fully automated IMA line provides to produce kits containing powders for injection and solvent ampoules for convenient preparation of a drug for injection. The machine automatically determines the pack quality, inspects for the presence of powder in an ampoule, and transfers a ready blister pack into the carton packing machine. In 2017, a new low-tonnage production department has been put into operation in Irkutsk. Its tasks comprise the technology development for production of new dosage forms for all of the group's plants, the production of drugs for clinical studies, as well as the low-tonnage production of drug lots.
We still have the potential to increase the production capacities. We are planning to build a new 5th production department to manufacture solid dosage forms.
The Pharmasynthos working schedule is 24/7. Thus, comfortable conditions for workers are a priority for the company's management. Pharmasynthos workers are offered the full social care package. There is a 24/7 canteen at the premises, where 70% of the bill is covered by the company. And there's a transfer for night shift workers. For those workers who have children, a part of private kindergarten expenses is covered by the company. All this makes Pharmasynthos an attractive employer. The company has a professional team built with successful experience in the development and production of high-quality drug products in accordance with international GMP, GCP and GDP standards.
Annually, we analyze the effectiveness of the pharmaceutical quality system, and based on this analysis, we draw conclusions regarding what needs improvement or further development in order to increase the effectiveness of this system.
The Physical Chemistry Laboratory of Quality Control Department is equipped with the most modern analytical instrumentation for testing the raw materials, intermediate products and finished drug products to comply with the requirements of normative documents. The pharmaceutical quality system regulates the observance of all standards starting from the purchase of raw materials and ending with the product's shipment to consumers. An important constituent of the GMP quality system at Pharmasynthos is vocational training and annual performance appraisal. Training programs and schedule have been developed by the specialists of the educational center. The responsibility level of each worker is very high. Errors and shortcomings are inadmissible in pharmaceutical production. In-process control analysts sample intermediates every half an hour. After the manufacture completion, ready product is sampled from each production batch. Constant inspection at all manufacture stages provides the perfect quality of drugs produced by the Pharmasynthos Group.
Это очень хороший пример правильного, рационального инвестирования.
This is a very good example of proper and rational investment, proper and rational approach to the development of manufacture, to the market expansion, to the involvement of specialists and their training. Such companies as Pharmasynthos are probably an example that all of us and representatives of other industries and business should follow. This is a very positive experience and it should be followed. Reacting as quickly as possible to the challenges of the current pharmaceutical market and produce high-quality and efficient drugs is the professional credo of the company. Pharmasynthos produces more than 45% of the amount of antiretroviral drugs available in the Russian market. Domestic drugs produced at the Irkutsk plant decrease significantly the price of a yearly course of antiretroviral therapy and save lives of thousands of patients.
In fact, it's very gratifying to know that every third tablet that is taken by an HIV-infected patient is a tablet manufactured by Pharmasynthos.
The renovation at the Pharmasynthos plants is continuous. This provides the company with competitive advantages. In Tyumen, through Pharmasynthos' efforts, the old bankrupt factory has turned into a modern enterprise, named Pharmasynthos Tyumen, which meets the GMP standards. This is another response of the Pharmasynthos Group to the Russian reality. Plant modernization will allow Pharmasynthos Tyumen to enter a new cycle of development, produce infusion solutions not only in plastic, but also in glass bottles. The production capacity of the new production department for solid dosage forms is 3 billion tablets and 260 million capsules per year. At the Pharmasynthos Tübingen, the hormonal drugs manufacturing site is being constructed. The total investment value in the project until 2020 is estimated at 3.5 billion rubles. Today, the hospital segment is a significant part of the entire Russian pharmaceutical market. The Pharmasynthos Group ranks in top 10 of the drug suppliers in this sector, providing vital medicines for patients who need hospital treatment. The Ussurisk plant, East Farm, alone provides the hospital sector with 20 million bottles of infusion solutions per year. Direct filling of solutions is performed using the advanced Swiss equipment. The most critical filling operations are performed in a sterile area of the machine. At present, the East Farm portfolio comprises more than 20 product names. Since the very beginning of the construction, the plant was aimed at the production of infusion solutions, and the priority, the basis, has been the production of high-quality products. Now the plant is going to launch the project focused on the production of parenteral nutrition infusions. This is intravenous nutrition needed by patients in coma or during the acute post-operative period. Currently, only imported products of this type are available in Russia. The project is to be implemented by year 2020. Its cost is estimated at 580 million rubles. St. Petersburg. Here, the Pharmasynthos Nord Research and Production Complex for the development and manufacture of anti-tumor and biotech drugs is being constructed. In 2017, the first production stage of the plant was launched. Now, the second one, which is a biotechnology production site, is under construction. Solid dosage form department is equipped with advanced pharmaceutical equipment. All the machines are located in airtight isolator boxes. Blocking the contact of a highly active substance both with the operator and the environment is an advanced solution for the pharmaceutical industry. The company plans to manufacture all the essential cytostatics in Russia. To become a Russian manufacturer completely independent of import of both finished dosage forms and raw materials will be possible for the Pharmasynthos Group through its own production of high-tech substances in the city of Brodsk. Brodsk Chemsynthos will produce active pharmaceutical ingredients for all drug groups included into the company's portfolio. To solve this important issue, a pilot production department at Brodsk Chemsynthos is to develop a technology to manufacture high-tech substances in the volume of up to 20 kilograms. In the future, this will allow for not only industrial-scale manufacturing of active pharmaceutical ingredients, but also bringing of innovative products to the market. The most important and the most difficult for today is the synthesis of APIs. The fact that the plant for APIs production in the Pharmasynthos Group is being prepared for launch is a very significant change for the country. It is a serious challenge which sets an example for many other manufacturers. In 2018, the company began the design works on a large-scale investment project. In the town of Usolye-Sibirskaya, the Pharmasynthos Chemi Pharmaceutical Industrial Technopark, which is unique in its scale, is to emerge. On an area of more than 150 hectares, it is planned to construct several plants, R&D center, along with a number of advanced laboratories and pilot plants. Public utilities, transport and technological infrastructure will be developed. Recreation areas and a fitness center for workers will be built. The enterprise is to be a workplace for 2,000 people. The preliminary investment volume for the construction of the first stage is estimated at 10 billion rubles. There are jobs highly needed in the town of Usolye-Sibirskaya, and that is an issue we are focused on and work on together with the town authorities. This is a source of tax revenue both for the town and the region. This is the import substitution, as probably each of us knows how many drugs we import. The Pharmasynthos Group has its own system for sales promotion at the Russian and CIS markets.
Our team and our company is to be present in each and every region with pharmacynthesis drugs. Thus, we are present from Kaliningrad to Sakhalin.
The leadership positions of the Pharmasynthos Group in the Russian pharmaceutical market are largely due to scientific research activity consisting in development and introduction of their own innovative products into the medical practice. Now Pharmasynthos has about 300 candidate molecules which can become medicines against HIV, tuberculosis, oncology and other diseases. We are closely working in several directions, and the most far-reaching now is the activity related to the drug for the prevention of adhesive process. A key component of the scientific and research activity of Pharmasynthos company is the transfer of high technologies and import replacement with domestic generic drugs. The experience of the synthesists of our institute, their skills to perform complex synthesis, facilitate them, create new peculiarities in them that facilitate the process and make it cheaper will be of use. And I am absolutely sure that it will be of use for Pharmasynthos for the very purpose of creating such import-substituting technologies. The development of original production technologies for generic drugs at the domestic sites will provide more available, including in terms of price, essential medicines. Pharmasynthos is already a successful company in technology transfer from other countries to Russia, and I think that it will hold its position for many years to come. Pharmasynthos is a socially oriented company. It is the only one in Russia that produces anti-tuberculosis drugs in pediatric dosages.
We have an essential need in having drugs in pediatric dosages. After all, tuberculosis is a problem of society, and we must cure children and cure using the best drugs.
The success of the company's further development and its entry into the global market are professionally trained specialists able not only to control modern technological process to produce drug products, but also to develop innovative drugs. The problem of qualified personnel at the enterprise is already being solved today. Future specialists of Pharmasynthos study in one of the best higher education institutions of the country, the St. Petersburg State Chemical Pharmaceutical Academy, under the Target Recruitment Program.
This is a praiseworthy, so to say, moral program and actually the company's policy, training our own specialists as synthesists, developers and those who can promote the Russian pharmacy, because the lack of the domestic pharmacy is an issue of national security. I would like to thank Pharmasynthos first for the main gift in my life, which I regard as really invaluable, that is the opportunity to study here and for the opportunity to cooperate, because we are in touch all the time and we can always get help.
Additional monthly scholarship and the prospects to work in a team of experienced professionals at enterprises of the Pharmasynthos Group is certainly a motivation for students from Irkutsk. I wish my workers to love what they do, care for what they do, and always keep it positive. For the next 5 years, the goal of Pharmasynthos Group is to become the leader of the Russian pharmaceutical industry, and by 2020, the Russian company is planning to supply its medicines to dozens of countries around the world. Thus, the mission of the company continues.